Time, continuity, and change. Time, continuity, and change is one of the 10 thematic strands of social studies, and its importance is to understand the past and decay historical concepts analytically and from various perspectives. Studying the past make a possibility for us to understand events happened and why it contributes us today. Such scenarios that can be counted on this thematic strand are the history of the Philippines. The Philippines is rich not only in the field of tourism, ecological, mineral, and geological features, but is also rich in historical fields. Back in the past time, the Philippines already had big events that during the long period of time turned into historic events that left marks in the story of this country, such as the colonization of the Spaniards, the 1898 independence from the Spain, the Pacific War, which is the theater of the globally World War II, the martial law era, the 1986 EDSA revolution, and many more. Now for this time, let's make scenarios in the past that will capture the time, continuity, and change. Let's fictionalize our scenario that the Philippines did not achieve its independence in 1898 from the Spanish colonization. In other words, the Philippines is still under the rule of Spain. On this scenario, the thematic strand of time, continuity, and change will get involved in this with no doubt. It will apply and surely explain the possible plots on this scenario. If the Philippines did not achieve independence in 1898, it is certain that until now, maybe the Philippines is still part of Spain and serve as a territory of their country in the continent of Asia. Just like in the case of Canada, where it currently part of the Commonwealth realms of the United Kingdom, headed by King Charles III. The continuation of the Philippines being a territory of Spain until today are just some of the possible events in that scenario. There will be big changes if that happens. The government that is known today will not be born in that scenario, and if the scenario happens, then it is certainly that the government type of Spain will be also the government in the Philippines, which is the unitary parliamentary constitutional monarchy, which will be headed by King Felipe VI and may appoint a prime minister in the Philippines. The socio-cultural in the Philippines may be turned different than today in the scenario. Like the Philippines, Spain is also a rich country in terms of cultural aspects, and in that scenario, Spain are likely to influence Filipino people more about their culture, such as their language that I am pretty sure will implement a Spanish subject in the Philippines education curriculum. These are to learn Filipinos to speak Spanish, as I believe that if the scenario happens, then the Philippines will add Spanish language as a primary language along with Filipino and English. In economics, if that scenario happens, the traditional economy of the country when Spain still occupied the Philippines will continue until the present day. It is possible that the products sold in the market are majority Spanish products. Even the money that will be used in the Philippines may be the same money that is used in Spain. Instead of Filipino heroes being on our money, it will be replaced with the faces of notable Spaniards. There are many continuation and changes if the scenario the Philippines unsuccessfully achieved independence. In other words, the lives of many Filipino people will be hit different if that scenario happened. Past is a teacher that we can learn things to make our mistakes before will not happen again. Also, the past is like an event organizer that makes a series of events turning into history that contributes in today's world. Time, continuity, and change is not just like imagining. It is a study where it focuses the past events to learn from them, and by imagining things we can learn whether those scenarios are advantages or disadvantages for living, so that we can learn from them to make decisions thoroughly to achieve better life in the future.